Today I want to show you how to create your own presets inside of Lightroom. Let's jump into Lightroom. Okay, so I am inside of Lightroom and I have this photo that is unedited. And what we want to do is to create a preset, so do some adjustment and then apply it into a preset so we can use those settings on different photos. So what I'm gonna do first is that I'm going to open the settings. I want to maybe first fix the geometry, so I'm gonna use the auto correction so you can see everything is now with right levels. Then I am going to the settings and I am going to do some adjustment. Okay, so for the light, I think I like something like this. Then we have curves, colors, effects, so let's see what we're gonna do. So there is a lot of orange in this image, so I'm gonna work on that. And keep in mind that what you do here, it has to be interesting on other photos. It's not just for these photos. So it must be settings that you are going to be able to apply on other images. So I'm thinking that this could be a nice teal and orange preset to apply to other photos. That's my thought. So for the green is really tricky because sometimes we think it's green, but it's actually yellow. So that's why you can see I go a bit crazy at first, try out and see what colors it's change. And if not, I just use another color. So for the yellow, it's gonna be tricky here because it affects the walls, but also the trees. So I can't go too crazy with that. For the colors, I think that's it. Now I'm gonna go back to the curve and maybe create some contrast with the curve. Using the curves is good for preset, I think, because it's going to be applied quite easily to any photos. So here I don't really like, yeah, maybe something like this I prefer the look. Okay, so here I'm not really explaining anything, I'm just trying out some settings. And you can see before the curve, after the curve. I like it. It's giving a style. Now I'm gonna go to effect. Actually, we could do something with color grading as well. Let's see. So what I like to do is to go a little off the center. So if you go off the center, it's applying some saturation. The more you are on the outside, the more saturated it is. So here I don't want to be too saturated. We can see the numbers. You can see it's like around 20 at the moment. And then I take the color, the hue, and I'm just turning around to see. I really like actually here around green. I wasn't expecting that, but I like it. I'm gonna do the same with the highlights. I think it could be nice to have some like kind of red magenta, as it's the opposite color of green. I don't know, yeah, could be interesting. I'm gonna keep that, and then I'm gonna go to effects, and I'm not sure, maybe I want to do something a little dreamy like this with a little bit of rain. Okay. And you can see before and after, we really applied a style to this photo. So now that's actually the topic of this video. How do I export all these settings into a preset? So you're gonna go to this section here with the 2 circles. This is the preset section, okay? And then you can just click on the plus here and you are creating a preset. You call it whatever you want. Here I'm going to call it preset tutorial. You can add it to the user preset, or you can create a new group. And then you're gonna select what you want to be inside of your preset. So I usually don't recommend to have high dynamic range, and I don't recommend to have the light section. Why? It's because the settings you did for the light is not going to be the same for every photos. So usually in my presets, I don't have the light section because I think it's best to do it manually and then apply your preset with the colors that you chose and the different settings and everything. So here I'm just going to keep the curve actually. I'm going to keep the curve, and then I'm going to keep all that as well. I won't keep the geometry because of course what we fixed with the geometry is different depending of the photos, so I don't want to keep this setting. And then I click save. So now if I choose another photo, so let's choose this one, you can do your light setting, okay? So here I'm gonna do something quick. Okay, something like this, maybe fix the geometry quickly. And maybe, okay, something like this. And then you go where you saved your presets. So you can see there are different sections, recommended premium yours. So you go to yours, and then you can just click on your preset tutorial, the one we did together. And you can see you don't actually have to click first. If you have different presets, you can just preview by just having the mouse on top of the different presets. Okay, so here if I click, then the preset is applied to my photo, and you can see that we can see actually the different settings. So that's how you create a preset with Lightroom.